throwing hands. Hey, what's good, everybody? It's me, Key, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video, I'm back with another story time. Before we jump into the story time, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If not, then that's okay too. But please do not forget to like, comment, and share this video. Now, if my video looks a little sideways, it is one of these kids done broke my phone, mountain, stand, whatever those things called. But hey, I gotta make do with what I got. This story time is gonna be about the time my sister kissed my man. Y'all, I was so hurt. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, this story time took place a very long time ago. I was about 13 years old, and at this time, I was dealing with Vaughn. Yes, Vaughn was so dirty. That man did me so wrong. But maybe that's why he got his karma now, because you know what? I ain't even gonna tell that man business. I remember on this particular day, my mom, if y'all don't remember me mentioning to y'all in another story time, that my mom and Vaughn's mom, they were close friends. So sometimes my mom, she would leave us over Vaughn's house. My mom left us with Vaughn, who was there at the time, and his older cousin. His cousin was like 18. It was just Vaughn and his cousin there. I don't know where his sisters was, but it was just them two there. Now, my siblings that were left over Vaughn's house was me, my two younger sisters, and my other sister, the one that's in this story time. Now, this sister is not the sister that y'all despise. This is not her. This is my sister we're going to call KK. Now, KK is a year older than me, and yeah, we gonna get into her. So on this particular day, we were left at the house, and I remember that my mom, she had took my cell phone, so I was without a phone. And remember how I told y'all Karen was always with me, but on this weekend, she wasn't allowed to come over. I think she was in trouble. So usually when me and Karen are together, we'd be on the phone 24/7. So because my mom had took my phone, Karen was calling Vaughn's house to talk to me. Now, I don't know where Vaughn's sisters was, but I remember I was in their room using their phone to talk to Karen. All right, so Vaughn, like me and him, we would talk while we were in the house, but I was mainly on the phone with Karen and he was on the room. But y'all know how boys be when they playing the games. So he was playing the game majority of the time while I was there. So I would just go in his room sometime and talk to him and then just leave. Like I would just go in there, basically check on him. And my sister, she was a gamer too, so she was in the room playing the game with Vaughn. Now, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, this is my sister. Like, I know she wouldn't stab me in the back. I ain't got to worry about my sister being around my man. Like, when you young, you don't think like that. Y'all, I was 13. I don't know. Maybe some young people do think like that. But me, I guess I'm just too trusting. I don't know. Who would think like that at 13? Anyways, so I remember my mom, when she had left us there all day, because when she dropped us off, it was early in the day, and she did not get back to the house until it was like late at night. All right, now let me give y'all a little background about KK. Growing up, KK did not like me. Why? I don't know. But KK did not like me, and she made sure that I knew. Growing up, we didn't really hang out as much. And it wasn't even on my part, because I was nice to everybody. My sister just didn't like me. Honestly, I don't think the girl liked the family, because she really didn't even interact with the family. She was a sibling who stayed in her room all the time. And I would say she was the opposite of us, because while we're listening to R&B and hip hop music, my sister is listening to punk rock. And a lot of people would say, like on the outside looking in, she spoke real proper like. But to me, I didn't see it. Maybe it's because we grew up in the same household. I don't know, but that's what they just used to say about her. And don't get me wrong, although KK was a punk rocker chick, KK was always the first one to throw them hands when there was some beef. Now, when we would go to school, all through elementary up until high school, that girl completely ignored me. When we walked home from school or to school, she would leave me. Like, she's a little taller than me, so, you know, she got long legs, so she'd be power walking. And I would try to keep up with my sister with my little short legs, and I'd be like, wait for me, KK, wait for me. Y'all, she's ignoring me. She's walking fast. She acting like I don't even exist. And in high school, she would tell me, don't talk to me while we're at school. Like, she would walk past me. I swear, like, walk past me like she did not know me. So people around the school never knew that this girl had siblings. I would tell some of my friends, like, yeah, I have a sister. She's in this grade. Her name's KK. And they'd be like, that's your sister? And I'd be like, yeah, that's my sister. And they tell me, I would have never knew that was your sister. She's so different from you. And how come you guys don't talk? And I'll be like, I don't know. It was weird. So yeah, my sister, she did not like me. I don't know why she didn't like me. The girl, she despised me. I don't know. There's really no legit reason. And still to this day, I don't really talk to her. I don't know. Honestly, I think she grew up wishing that she was with another family. Our life wasn't bad growing up, so I don't know why she just hated us. I don't know. But KK definitely knew that Vaughn was my man. She knew that. Like I said, we would talk sometimes, but majority of the time, she hated me. But we talked enough for her to know that Vaughn was my man. Now, hours done went by, and at this point, I'm ready to go. Because Vaughn mama don't ever have any food or nothing to drink in her house. It be to the point where we be dying of thirst. We would literally get some faucet water and put the shit in the freezer. And that's the only way that I can drink some faucet water. But I wasn't doing that. I'm calling my mom like, when is you coming? We dying over here. We hungry and we thirsty. You know this lady don't ever have no food in her house. And if she do have some food over here, I'm not eating it because she got roaches. But anywho, now it's late. And I remember Brian, him coming in the room and asking me if I wanted to walk to Circle K with him. Now, Circle K was like a 10 to 15 minute walk. And when he asked to go to Circle K, I was like, hell yeah, cool. I'm over here dying of thirst. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know when my mama coming back. And I don't want to call my daddy because he might get mad and be like, where the hell your mama at? Y'all know how my daddy is. So I'm like, yeah, let's walk to Circle K. So I asked Vaughn, I'm like, you want to walk with us to the store? He's like, no, I'm going to just play the game. And then Brian is telling me, nah, you're not going to walk to the store with us. It's just going to be me and you, Key. I got to talk to you anyways. I need to tell you something. I'm like, what the hell you got to tell me? Like, this man 18, I'm 13 years old. Like, what could you possibly have to tell me? I'm like, okay, I guess. We start to walk to the store, right? And we taking our time. We just holding a little basic conversation, talking about nothing. And I'm asking him, I'm like, Brian, what did you need to tell me? He was like, oh, don't worry. I'm going to tell you. Let's get closer to the story and then I'll tell you. So we're walking and we're walking. I'm like, still making this little small talk with him. I'm like, Brian, what do you have to tell me? Because at this point, I'm getting scared because what could you possibly have to tell me? We stopped dead in our tracks. Like, we on the sidewalk though. So we stopped. And he was like, all right, so if I tell you this, you promise you won't get mad. I'm like, huh? Get mad about what? Like, what are you talking about? He said, it's just promise you won't get mad. I'm like, Brian, what do you have to tell me? Is it bad? He was like, yeah, it's bad. I said, okay, well, how bad is it? He was like, it's really bad. Nigga, did you go in my purse? Did you take some money? Like, what could it possibly be? I'm confused. Because this nigga Brian stayed broke and he asked me to walk to the store with him. Like, where you come up on some money from? So I say, Brian, if you don't tell me what it is, I'm going to walk back to the house. He was like, all right. Vaughn kissed your sister. Y'all, when he told me that, my heart dropped into my stomach. I instantly started crying. I was crying like me and Vaughn were a married couple for 50 years. And he broke our trust and made my sister his mistress type crying. That's how hurt I was. I couldn't fathom this. What do you mean Vaughn kissed my sister? They kissed? What? Like, what kind of kiss? Was it one of them, like, did he blow her a kiss? Did he kiss her on the forehead? What kind of kiss are you talking about? Like, that's what I'm thinking all the time. Like, what do you mean kiss? Like, Kiss? I'm crying and he's telling me, like, just calm down. It's going to be okay. Nick, what the fuck you mean it's going to be okay? You just told me my sister and my man betrayed me. What are you talking about? What are you saying? All right, let's just walk to the Circle K. Let's get you something to drink because you need to calm down. Y'all, I'm so mad. I don't even want to walk to the store. I'm just standing there on the sidewalk crying. And I know the people driving by because we were walking next to a busy main street. They probably looking like, what the hell? Like, this looks weird. This is an 18-year-old man. He definitely looked 18 with this little 13-year-old girl. Like, what is he doing to her? So he finally convinces me to walk to Circle K. Like, we got shit We damn near at the corner of the store. All we gotta do is just cross the street. He was just like, just come on, let's just go to the store. Let's get you something to drink so you can calm down. So I finally finished the way to the Circle K, and we go in the store. And I'm getting me, I'm getting me a one of those slushies, one of those ices. So I'm just crying. Like, I'm not boohoo crying no more. Like, I'm trying to get it together because I'm in public in the store with other people, and I ain't trying to make it too awkward. But I still got tears coming down my face, y'all. So I'm making my icy, mixing it up. I'm getting lemonade, icy mixed with blue. And I'm thinking, like, maybe I should grab a bag of chips too. Just crying, y'all. So I get my icy and I give me some chips. And then Brian, he asked me, because like I said, y'all, Brian ain't never had no damn money. He's like, can you buy me something to drink too? I'm like, yeah, like, what do you want? He's like, I'm going to just get an icy too. So he grabbed him my icy. He started making the icy. And then he was like, you know what? I think little cousin Vaughn, he probably like these. He picked up some damn raviolis and was like, little cousin will like these. Can you get these for him? I looked and I said, I ain't buying him shit. And he was like, okay, cool. Just calm down. I'll get him. Don't worry. Tell me why he halfway filled his cup up with icy, right? And then he put the can of ravioli inside the cup, and then he filled the rest of the cup with the icy. Boy, that is disgusting as hell. People probably be digging in their nose, scratching their ass, and got their hands all over this little can of raviolis, and you gonna put in your damn drink. These people was something else. Anywho, we finished getting our stuff. We get rung up, get our stuff, and we proceed to head back to Von's house. But I'm just taking my time. Like, I low-key don't even want to go back to the house. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get back to the house. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if Vaughn knows that I know yet. Did Vaughn put Brian up to this? Like, did he tell him to tell me about what happened? What was my sister thinking? Is me and her going to have to fight when I get to the house? Like, am I going to have to fight Vaughn when I get to the house? Like, I don't know what's going to happen when I get back to this house. Hopefully my mom is just there and I can just get in the car and we can go home, because I don't even want to talk about this. I never want to see Vaughn's face again. Fuck my sister. I'm cool on both of them. Now, we get to the house, and unfortunately my mama has not come back from shopping yet. We get to the front door and I tell Brian, I'm not going in the house. He says, why? Like, you gonna stand outside and wait for your mama to come? I'm like, yeah, I'm not going in the house. Like, I can't face them. I'm too upset. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna go get Vaughn and tell him to come outside and talk to him. I'm like, no, don't tell him anything. Don't have him come outside. He's like, all right, man, you tripping. So he goes in the house. Not a lot of time went by, but he comes right back out and he's like, Vaughn asked if you can go in the backyard and talk to him. I'm like, I'm not going in the backyard talking to him. I'm cool on him. I already told you. I'm just going to wait for my mama to come and I'm going home. I don't ever want to see him again. And after a little while, he finally convinced me to go out in the backyard to talk to Vaughn. So I'm just drinking my my slushie, my icy or whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to make him wait. So I finish my icy and then I go in the house and then go to the backyard. And remind y'all, it's dark outside. So when I go to the backyard, I see Vaughn sitting down on the, like they had like this short wall. So he's sitting there, like he had his head down. But when I opened the back door and walked out, like he just stood up. He was like, can you talk to me, please? I'm sorry. And I didn't say nothing. I just walked right past him because they had a really big backyard and I was going to walk on the side of the house. Like, that's where I was going to. I proceed to walk to the side of the house, and tell me why this man grabbed my wrist. So when he grabbed my wrist, he should have never did that. I remember turning around and saying, let my wrist go. I hate you. And then after that, I just remember throwing hands like bing, 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 bing. I don't remember how many times I hit this boy, but I was just, Like, I could not believe he betrayed me like this. Now my sister finna be next. So I run in the house, and then I ran into, not Karen, but I ran into Vaughn's sister's room, Brittany's room. And I remember running in her room and just hopping on her bed and just laying flat on my stomach with my head on my arm like that. And I'm just crying. Like, I'm causing a damn scene. I'm loud, just doing the most, y'all. Like, crying. Remind y'all, Karen, she's not there, but me and Karen were on the phone 24/7. So she's been calling Von's house while the whole time I've been going, just calling Von's house, looking for me. So as soon as I go back to the room, hop in the bed, start crying, the phone starts ringing. I'm just hoping and praying it's my mom telling me that she's about to pull up and come take us home. So I try to get myself together, but I can't. Like, when I start crying, my voice be like all cracking and trembling and shit. So I answer the phone. I'm like, hello? Like, you can tell that I'm crying, but I'm trying to get myself together because it might be my mama on the phone. So I'm like, hello? And then it's Karen. Karen's like, Key, what's wrong? Because Karen, of course, she knows me like the back of her hand. She always knows when something's wrong with me. I can't lie to Karen. I'm like, nothing's wrong. And then Karen is like, something's wrong. What happened? Why are you crying? I'm like, I'm not crying. She's like, yes, you are. What happened? Now she's getting mad. Me and Karen, we was like this, y'all. She did not let nobody fuck with me. Anybody fuck with me, she gonna want to fight. So she getting mad. Well, I guess she's the only person who could do me dirty. Yeah. What's she supposed to do? Fight herself? Anyways, she's getting mad. She's like, what's wrong? Why you over there crying? She's probably thinking that me and Von's sisters got into it, because we used to get into it a lot. Like, remember I told y'all I had to beat Von's sister up because the girl kept trying to punk me. So I had to just, go and whoop her out one time, and she never fucked with me again. But anyways, so she's probably thinking like me and Von's sister probably done got into it. But I'm like, no, that's not what happened. She's like, well, tell me what happened. She kept trying to get out of me, but I was just too embarrassed to tell my cousin what happened. So I'm like, nothing happened. I'm going to call you back, and I'll hang up on her. But she just kept calling back. And I just finally stopped answering the phone. And I just sat there and cried and cried and cried. Oh, yeah, y'all, I did leave out a part. I forgot to mention, before I had ran into Brittany's room and jumped in the bed crying all dramatic, I went into Von's room. No, I went into the living room. And that's when I seen my sister. And she was just standing there putting on chapstick. And I was like, you kissed Von? And she looked at me and she said, so you not with him? And that's when I just ran in the room, jumped in the bed, crying all dramatic. Yes, I forgot to mention that part. Now, I'm in the room. I keep ignoring the phone because I already know it's Karen, so I'm not going to even waste my time answering the phone. I can still hear, like, what's going on. Like, I can't hear what's said, but I hear some yelling. And I guess my sister got upset with Von. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Now, I'm sitting on the bed in Brittany's room, and I'm still crying. And my sister, she walks in the room, and she sits on the other siblings' bed. I forgot what I named Von and Brittany's sister, their older sister, I don't know. But she sits on their bed. And then she's just talking to me, trying to calm me down. And she's like, I didn't know, like, you still felt a way about him. I'm sorry. Like, she was trying to apologize. I don't know. Maybe she was doing this because she probably felt like I was going to tell on her and she didn't want to get in trouble. Maybe it was genuine. Who knows? But she was basically apologizing to me. And I'm thinking, like, how does she not know? Why would you think I'm going in Von's room and checking on him, talking to him while he's playing a game? What would make you think, like, I wouldn't care that you kissed him? Yeah, this is after my dad made me and Von break up. But like I said, it was still like we were boyfriend and girlfriend, even though we weren't supposed to be together. And she knew all this. Maybe she felt like it was okay to kiss him because we weren't supposed to be together. I don't know. But we finally, we talked through it, and then, I was okay after that. I was just glad that my sister, she came and talked to me, and she apologized. Now, I finally got the energy or the guts to pick up the phone for Karen, who was just on the other end, I'm pretty sure, losing her damn mind because her cousin is crying and she don't know what's going on. So I answered the phone for Karen, and she was like, Key, finally you answered the phone. Like, what happened? Tell me what happened. She's all hysterical. KK, you want to tell her? And she was like, yeah, we can tell her. So I'm like, let's tell her. So I say, on 3, we gonna tell her. And I say 1, 2, 3. KK kiss Von. Like, we both said it at the same time. And y'all, come to think of it, I was slow as hell because why am I turning this into a joke? And then, of course, Karen's on the phone like, huh? What'd you say? And I said, KK kiss Von. She asked me, did I just hear you say that Von and KK were kissing? I said, yes, that's what I said. She was like, oh. See, that's why I was probably getting my nigga took, because I was just so dumb. Like, but I was young though. I was 13 years old. Maybe Karen felt like it was okay to, you know, push up on my nigga because she seen that my sister and Vaughn, they kissed, and I was cool with it. Like, I got over it. I forgave her. So she probably felt like, well, if I kiss Vaughn, she gonna forgive me too. But that was just dumb on my part. Like, yeah, that's what got my nigga took. So y'all know I eventually forgave Vaughn, but I didn't forgive him that same night. I probably forgave him the very next day. After me and my sister, we got back cool, I forgave her. My mom finally came and picked us up, and we went home. I remember the next day, like Vaughn, I finally got my phone back, but Vaughn, he kept blowing on my phone. I finally answered the phone for him, and he was just apologizing, kept apologizing. He told me, like, I gave him a busted lip, like he had a knot on his, like, his eyebrow. Like, basically I fucked him up. And then after a while, he finally told me the story. Like, he told me everything that happened between him and my sister. This is what he said. Now, he said while they were playing the game, I guess he got tired of playing the game and he just put the controller down, but she was still playing. And then after a while, like, he's just still sitting on the bed because he knows I'm in the other room on the phone. So he just sitting on the bed, like, just doing nothing. And he said my sister paused the game and she sat on his bed on the side of him and she kisses him. Now, he said that he just got shocked and then he went and sat in his closet. And then he said my sister came in the closet with him and closed the closet door and they started kissing again. Which really didn't make any sense to me, because why would you go sit in your closet? Nigga, you got a whole room, you got a whole fucking house, you can go somewhere else to get away from my sister. Nigga, you could have came in the room with me, but you wouldn't sit in the closet because you were in shock. Like, it just didn't make any sense. I knew he was lying. They broke the kiss, and then he was like, he felt bad after, so he told Brian, and then he wanted Brian to tell me. But he was like, after I had beat him up, he said that my sister, remember I told y'all that when I was in the room crying, I did hear some yelling. He said my sister came up to him and was like, why would you do that? And just started talking shit to him, and she slapped the shit out of him. He basically got whooped on by both of us because I gave him some lumps and a busted lip, and my sister slapped the shit out of him. So he was like, that's the story. I'm like, okay. Well, now you know the consequences. Don't fuck with none of my sisters again. Like, they were both wrong. You, as my sister, you trifling as hell, and so is you, because you supposed to be my nigga. Like, y'all both dirty as hell. But that's what happened. I was so dumb to forgive Vaughn, because look what he did. He went and got with my cousin. They were in a relationship for a very long time, but y'all know what happened with that. Y'all know, if y'all watch my other story time, what I did to her to get back. And yeah, I was still fucking him. No, I'm just kidding. But go watch the story time if y'all don't remember. Go watch it. Y'all probably call me trifling, but oh well. They did this to me first because she wasn't the only cousin. Yes, Vaughn is trifling as hell, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. It probably wasn't long enough, but I just want to tell y'all that real quick because it was on my mind. I'm like, I gotta tell y'all this story time before I forget about it again. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. I feel like I need to record another story time. So after I post this one, give me like a day or two so I can record again. And I'm just going to try to be consistent with the story times because I'm starting to feel a lot better, y'all. Thanks to y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If not, then that's okay too. But please do not forget to like, comment, and share this story time. Thank y'all so much for watching. Bye.